Yep, I'm gonna cry now.
To deal with it. You know, nobody had ever...
Jennifer Aniston is struggling after Matthew Perry's death completely knocked her off her feet. Jennifer Aniston's friends are worried about her in the wake of Matthew Perry's death, sources tell Page 6. The Friends star has taken his passing at just 54 extremely badly, according to a well-placed industry source. She and the other 4 surviving members of the cast of Friends mourned him at his funeral Friday. Out of the remaining 5, Jen and Courtney Cox are reeling the most, and Jen is probably the one who is struggling most acutely, said the source. It's a second massive loss in less than a year, with the 1-year anniversary of her dad's death just around the corner. She still hasn't fully regained her footing from that, and now this has just completely knocked her off her feet. Aniston's father, John Aniston, starred on Days of Our Lives, and in announcing his death at age 89 in November 2022, the actress called him one of the most beautiful humans I ever knew. She is trying to regroup and recover, but it's been a completely devastating blow, the source added. The 54-year-old star joined remaining cast members Cox, Lisa Kudrow, David Schwimmer and Matt LeBlanc at Perry's funeral at Forest Lawn Cemetery in L.A. on Friday, minutes away from the Warner Brothers studios where they filmed the NBC sitcom for a decade. Aniston, who broke down in tears in a 2004 interview at the prospect of losing Perry, was seen walking behind the other cast members accompanied by a security guard. However, while the cast, who released a touching tribute to their brother, joined the intimate service, they did not join family and close friends for his burial, where the Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush hit Don't Give Up was played. Perry drowned in the jacuzzi at his Pacific Palisades home at the end of last month. He was open about his struggles and addiction and had praised Aniston for checking in on him. She was the one that reached out the most. You know, I'm really grateful to her for that, Perry said of Aniston in an October 2022 interview with Diane Sawyer. Perry also revealed that it was Aniston who initially confronted him on the Friends set when his addiction became evident to his castmates. He also disclosed his crush on Aniston after meeting her through mutual friends 3 years before they started work on their sitcom, detailing in his memoir how she gently let him down when he asked her out. She declined, which made it very difficult to actually go out with her, but said that she'd love to be friends with me, and I compounded the compound by blurting, "We can't be friends." Although he was still crushing on her when they started Friends, which first aired in September 1994, he said his feelings did eventually wear off, mainly because of Aniston's deafening lack of interest. But the pair instead grew an unbreakable bond, with Perry revealing that it was Aniston who reached out the most amid his years-long drug and alcohol addiction. In August, Aniston, currently starring in The Morning Show, opened up about her father's death to the Wall Street Journal as she said she believed he had sent her a sign at his funeral. She revealed how she dropped a crystal that she'd kept for years into her father's jacket before his burial. Afterward, she noticed that the crystal had apparently broken and she still had a piece of it on her vanity. "I feel closer to him now than I did almost when he was alive," she said. "I feel like he's everywhere. I really do." Page 6 has reached out to her rep for comment. Jennifer Aniston is struggling after her Friends co-star Matthew Perry's sudden death and feels completely knocked off her feet by grief. Jennifer Aniston is having a tough time grappling with the loss of her former Friends co-star, Matthew Perry, after his sudden and unexpected death on October 28. Less than a year after losing her father, John Aniston, the Emmy Award winner, 54, is reportedly devastated over Perry's apparent drowning in a hot tub at his Pacific Palisades home. Out of the remaining 5, Jen and Courtney Cox are reeling the most, and Jen is probably the one who is struggling most acutely, a source told Page 6. The insider continued, "It's the second massive loss in less than a year, with the 1-year anniversary of her dad's death just around the corner. She still hasn't fully regained her footing from that, and now this has just completely knocked her off her feet. Despite doing her best to regroup and recover, Perry's death has been a completely devastating blow." Last year, upon confirming her dad's passing, at the age of 89, she wrote on Instagram that he was one of the most beautiful humans she ever knew. In July, A source told DailyMail.com that Jennifer had been leaning on her ex-husband Justin Theroux, who she divorced in 2017, for support over her father's death. Jennifer Aniston, friends are concerned for her following Matthew Perry's death. Following Matthew Perry's tragic death, his friend's co-star, Jennifer Aniston, is struggling hard, leaving loved ones worried. This is the second devastating loss Aniston has dealt with in the past year, after losing her father approximately 12 months ago. Jennifer Aniston reportedly struggling hard following Matthew Perry's death. Aniston is trying to cope with the loss of Perry almost 1 year after she lost her father, John Aniston, who starred in Days of Our Lives and passed away last November. Out of the remaining 5, Jen and Courtney Cox are reeling the most, and Jen is probably the one who is struggling most acutely, a source close to the actress told Page 6. It's a second massive loss in less than a year, with the first anniversary of her dad's death just around the corner. She still hasn't fully regained her footing from that, and now this has just completely knocked her off her feet. She is trying to regroup and recover, but it's been a completely devastating blow, the source added. Jennifer Aniston has remained silent following the tragic passing of her friend's co-star, though she and the other 5 friends on the show did release a joint statement, in which they stated they would speak further on the tragic event once they have had time to process it. This news comes just days after the director of Friends stated that Aniston and Cox were destroyed after they found out of Perry's passing. "I had texted the girls the day we found out," he said. "They were destroyed. It's a brother dying." Jennifer Aniston was seen at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles' Hollywood Hills neighborhood for Perry's memorial last weekend. She was joined by other Friends stars, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, and David Schwimmer. Per our previous reports, Matthew Perry was discovered unresponsive in his hot tub by police, who responded to a 911 call to assist with a possible water rescue at his Pacific Palisades home. The Friends actor is believed to have drowned, but an autopsy and toxicology reports will be able to provide more details about his true cause of death. We do know that prescription antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications were found in Matthew Perry's home, but sources say that no illegal narcotics were discovered at the scene. Although none of the Friends cast have spoken out individually, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc and David Schwimmer did release a joint statement following Perry's death. "We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family," the joint statement began. "There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time we will say more, as and when we are able," the statement from the Friends continued. "For now, our thoughts and our love are with Matty's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world."